You need to tell the world, like, hey, if you need Buick parts, this is the man that have them. My head, see, I'm just so tall. I don't know. My son told me I need to get a wider lens.
It could be.
But anyway, how do people get in touch with you for parts?
On eBay.
What, Bob? What?
BM455. BM455.
BM455.
Or B&R's Old Auto Parts Sales.
BM
LLC.
LLC. All right. And you got what? You got all for 60s, 70s.
60s and 70s. All Buick makes and models.
There you go. He's got the parts. This guy got, that's why we call him Buick Bob.
Probably a million pieces.
Yeah, he needs to sell all of these million pieces.
Yeah, I want them gone.
So anyway, he run a business. He sell all kind of Buick parts, but man, how long we been knowing each other? About 15 years. Yeah.
What I'm thinking.
So keep walking out of the camera though, but so a good 15 years I've been knowing this guy. Good guy.
Am I?
Well, I think you are. You know, from what I could tell.
A lot of people say that, so that's a good thing.
Well, my wife, she jumps on me whenever I get upset with you, you know, vice versa. When you get upset with me, she
always takes my side.
I don't understand that, you know. Told her she'd be going against the grain. But anyway.
My wife always sides with you.
Well, that's all right. So what we're gonna do, what we're doing here is we're doing a '66 Wildcat GS. He go to car shows, he do all of this different stuff, Buick guy to the heart, and he don't have a car that's
I haven't had a car in a long time.
clean.
Clean one, yeah.
Yeah, because you got
Probably 15 years.
Yeah, but you got a lot of cars, they just all need to be done.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm working on the '66, and what did you do when you didn't listen to Rob? This guy Rob that told you, you know.
Who's Rob?
He's the guy that's running that channel, All Things Buick. You know,
he wasn't there to help me because he's got a full-time job.
Well, I got a full-time job. That's true, but I told you we could get
He
5
told
or
me
6.
that the car's got to be here tonight.
Oh, come on, Bob. I told you we'd get 5, 6 guys and we would pick that body up and put it on the frame, because you redid the frame and everything, 415 it, put all new brakes, and you just cleaned that frame up and you took it off the frame.
Yep.
But what did you do?
I decided to do it myself.
Yeah.
So I used an engine hoist.
Engine hoist. And then what happened?
It worked very well.
Until
I let it back down and noticed the rear panel was
the rear panel. Now this is a Texas car over here. And I'm gonna walk you over there. So what happened, and see, he got so many cars and parts. See, how many guys could mess up their car and still have another car to...
That's why I kept another car. Everybody wanted to buy it from me, but I said, no, I need it.
You never know if you need the parts or not.
Yeah.
So he caved it in by lifting it up with the engine hoist. He caved it in right in this area. I'm gonna walk you over, show you how bad it is. Now, we're doing this in my backyard garage, so I don't have the machines to pull that out and everything. So the easiest thing to do is take this panel and just put it onto that rust-free, pretty much rust-free car, all but what we doing around the front and rear windshield. You know, otherwise the car is totally solid. So it caved in right in here. So he's gonna walk this piece over, and I'm gonna walk over and let you see how bad it's caved in. So you put this part on this car, by him jacking that up, look how bad that caved that that section in there.
Supposed to be flush here.
Supposed to be flush like it is on the panel that we're gonna put in. So now, like I say, you know, by this being a crease right here, I mean, you could hammer and hammer for days, and it'll just be easier to take this panel out and put this other panel off of this car on here. So bring that back over real quick, Bob, and we'll just show how this thing posed to sit flush on there, and why we're going to take this panel and use this panel instead. That's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, they can see it. Yep, that's how it's supposed to look there. So once it's tightened down, it'll be good. Now we got a little
For some reason,
ding
all
here.
these cars are always dented.
Dented in there. Yeah. So once we get this took a loose, we'll hammer this out, get this back flush and straight. But it'll be a lot easier than trying to work with the one that's on the car. So we'll get started tonight, tearing these off and getting this piece separated to go on the other car. So, and the 66 is coming along pretty good. Got the back panel, got the seam sealer in, so it's coming along pretty good here. And I don't, oh, there go, the light kicked on that time. But see how, and that don't really look that bad until you put the chrome piece up there, and then you see how bad that is really caved in. So you know the trunk is not gonna line up in there at all, you know, so that's what we're working on at this particular time. So we almost got this panel off of here. So where the rib at?
Hey, man.
Where the Riviera? We still waiting on that.
I didn't talk to him yet, man.
Riviera.
Yeah. Buick.
You buying a rib?
Buick?
What's a Buick?
Buick guys. Secret Buick Club.
Make me work harder. Whew, that was fun.
What you say, Bink? What am I doing on this project? Every time you come, is Bob the one that's doing the work, huh?
Mr. Bob doing all the work. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, I'm taking care of this up here, but I have to pour 15 that, so I was letting it dry. So he on one project, he's one section, I'm on another, so it's getting there. He act like he's been doing this for years. I just show him and he get right on it. He just
Taught by the best.
I told you, the more I teach other people, the dumber I get. All right. How long you been working on this, Bob? 20 minutes?
5 hours.
So we finally got this to work. I heard something break that time. Oh, that baby smoking.
Smoking hot.
That baby smoking because Bob ain't joking. I'll see if it'll come off. If it don't, there might be some weld in there that needs to come out. I'm just trying to check it out.
On.
Huh? I think it's a weld missing here. There we go. Yeah, let's let me figure this out.
That one's off already.
No, it's not on this. Oh, it is off already. There you go. Well, you're supposed to let Jesse James rob that train. There we go. It's out of here now. Alrighty,
Hold it up.
it's off. It's out of there. One nice piece. Such a beauty, ain't it?
Look at all that work Rob did on that.
Yeah, I've been working on it for 5 hours. Got a pour 15 in here, clean this all up. A lot more work to do. Okay, working on the 66 here. We got the original panel off that was bent. And see this here? This lip, it tucks up under here in between this panel and the weather strip seal panel. So in order to get this out, we would have had to cut this whole piece off. Not cut it off, but drilled it out with our tool like we did there and remove this whole piece. So we cut across and I drilled this piece out. So what I do is that this lip here, this piece here, it comes around and it'll wrap around here somewhere. Because that back deck plate, it has to come in from this way back into here. Wish I had my light won't cut on. But you got to bring that panel in this way. So I'm gonna just re-weld this piece onto the other piece. Then after we get that deck plate in, then I come back in and I weld this piece in and weld it and butt weld it all the way around, and weld up the tabs there. So we got this back piece out of the 66 Wildcat. The same thing will happen here. I'm gonna have to cut back to here. I don't even know if I really got to come back that far, but and remove just a section of this so we can get this panel in, because like I say, that lip tucks up under here in between these two panels. So Bob was all nervous, and you know, and here go a piece of the original, and it tucks in like so. So, you know, the only way to really get this back deck plate out is we would have had to remove this whole thing. We would have had to remove this whole outside piece here, because there's no way you could have pushed this back. So we had to cut it, but I'm gonna cut back a little farther, and then I'll weld all of this together, because we got enough material on the old piece and the new piece that once we get this set in, then I could come in and just weld this piece that wraps around this way back onto the car. So, and that piece, it comes all the way around to here, or on this piece here, the piece I showed you, it comes here and then it wraps all the way around to here. So I just weld that piece back together. After we get this plate in there, then I just tack weld this place back in, that piece back on there, and weld across in here, and that back piece will be back in. Alrighty.